Mutine, adjective. Used to describe an individual whose spirit is unyielding, unconstrained, one who navigates life on their own terms, effortlessly. They do not always show up on time, but when they arrive, you notice an individual confident in their contradictions. They know the rules, but behave as if they do not exist. Mutine, the new fragrance by Miu Miu, defined by you.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
He walked straight to the TV and he went to it and started like trying to straighten it out, you know. And I was like, no, look, stop. Just put it down, stop.
This is the plaintiff, Tracy Watson. She says she hired the defendant, the super of her building, to mount her beautiful 60-inch flat-screen TV on her wall. 2 days after the job was complete, she heard a thunderous crash, and lo and behold, the TV was on the floor, shattered in pieces. Now her hair's falling out from the stress, because the defendant says he didn't do anything wrong and isn't paying her for a new TV. So she has no choice but to sue for the $2,291.89 she's owed. This is the defendant, Venris Miller. He says he has no idea why the TV fell off because he installed it the same way he installed other TVs, and he's never had any problem. He thinks someone messed with the TV, pulled on it or something, because there's no way it would fall considering all the anchors he used when he put it up. Besides, if he had put the TV up wrong, it would have fallen immediately, not 3 days later. He's accused of causing a woman to scream over a broken screen.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Tracy Watson.
Good morning.
You are suing the super of your apartment building, Mr. Venris Miller,
Yes.
for $2,291.89 that you say you are out as a result of his negligence in mounting your TV. Tell me what happened.
Okay, on September the 10th, I asked Mr. Miller how much would he charge me to put my TV up on my wall, and he told me $50. So I said, okay. I went to the store to go get the mount and everything, came back with it. So while we was in my house, he said that he was like suggesting me to get another mount, you know, because the mount that I had, it was like just to put in the wall, you know, where the TV is just straight in the wall.
Right.
But he suggested me to get another mount, like that motion. That
Reticulating,
turns.
yeah.
Right,
that would move the TV if you wanted to go
Right,
this
if I
way.
wanted to see. So, you know, I figured he knew what he was talking about because I was like, no, really, I'm old-fashioned. I just rather have it just in the wall.
So do I.
You know,
so it's just a matter of taste and whether you want to be able to move the TV. I don't like all that.
No, that's what he's saying. That you could turn it, you could be able to see it when you eat or whatever. So I said, okay, fine, I'll go. So I went back out to go get another mount, which it cost me $75 more. Then he went to start, you know, putting it up. Everything was fine. It was fine, like when he put it up. Later on that night, Wednesday morning. This happened Tuesday. He put it up Tuesday. Wednesday, the TV started leaning to the right, and Mr. Miller came. He walked straight to the TV, and he went to it and started like trying to straighten it out, you know. And I was like, no, look, stop. Just put it down, stop. Just take it down. He said, no, I'm gonna, you know, and he kept like jerking it, like trying to straighten it out. So I'm like, no, just leave it, Mr. Miller. No, just take it down. So he said, no, wait, He said, look, ma'am, look, I want you to see. You see this right here? It's this screw. See, it's loose right here. He started screwing it like with his hand. I said, no. I just need you to take it down. I said, he said, well, I got to go to Home Depot to get some more butterflies. So then, he left. My son came down. We went in the room. Next thing you know, like a half an hour later, it was like 4:50. Heard this loud crashing sound. Boom, a loud sound. So then my son, we jumped. He said, see, Ma, I told you I had a bad feeling about it. I said, excuse the expression. I said, shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. That could have been the kids upstairs dropped something. As we come out the room, we walk into the living room. My TV was on the floor.
Oh, I guess he does know what he's talking
about. And I was like, yeah, so I'm like, oh my God, I just covered up, and then I was covering my mouth, and then I went straight in the bathroom because like my nerves were shot. I just started throwing up, because I'm like, this is my birthday gift. Oh my goodness, it's on the floor. And all I kept saying was, I asked him to take it down. That's all I wanted him to do, just to take it down. When you come back, Do you
have pictures?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened?
Yes, Your Honor. She asked me to install the TV for her. And I went up and I installed the TV. Her husband was there after I installed the TV.
Have you ever installed a wall-mounted TV?
Yes, ma'am.
And how did you install this one?
The same as how I installed the rest
Which is how?
With the same bracket and the screws, butterfly screws, into the wall. And
into the wall or into the studs?
Into the wall. The stud is right there too.
Did you attach it into studs?
Yes, because you have the wood stud. Some of that apartment is wood.
Are there studs behind this? Because I don't see how it would fall down if you put it in a stud.
Stud is behind the sheetrock, yes, ma'am.
Behind the holes where you put them? There can't be stud. Okay, these are the 6 holes, and I'm holding this the way you put it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you cannot have. I can't imagine that there were studs behind where you put them, or it wouldn't have fallen down.
The butterfly screw opened up inside the wall after I put it inside.
Then how did it fall down?
That's what I don't understand.
What is your theory other than that you didn't do it right? Because we know it fell down, right? We have the pictures of the shattered TV, and that what you mounted fell off the wall, and there's the TV, brand new TV,
yes,
shattered. So we know that you did not mount it correctly, because if you mount it correctly, it stays on the wall. So what went wrong? The only thing I can think of is that you actually put it in the wall and not into studs.
It was in the stud, Your Honor, because
then you didn't put it right in the studs. I just don't understand how this could happen.
I said, don't understand either, because the wall break out with it.
So what did you tell her when you came back and she showed you what happened?
Our fiancé opened the door and said the TV fell on the ground. I said, how the TV fell? He opened the door and I went inside.
Wait, stop. I did not understand you. What are you saying?
Our fiancé opened the door when I came back up with my tool to remove the TV from there.
Right.
He told me that the TV fell on the floor. If I was working at the TV at the time when the TV fell, I was responsible for it. But after I leave.
But wait a second. If you. What do you think they did? They hung on the TV?
I don't
know. They're playing on the TV, hanging on the TV. Like, what do you think they did?
I don't know. I wasn't in there.
So, but why would it not be your fault if you mounted it incorrectly and the TV was already showing signs of tilting and the TV ends up falling out? Why would it not be your fault?
It wasn't like that when I leave it, Your Honor. When I mount that TV...
So what? If you mount it in a way that it doesn't fall off.
Exactly.
Right, except for you didn't, because it fell off. So if it fell off, what could they possibly do that would be their fault that would make it fall off? They didn't touch the TV.
Yes, somebody was messing with it, Your Honor. Because
not you?
When I mounted that TV, I leveled up that TV. Her son was sitting down right there. And the son turned to me and said, Mr. Miller, the TV not level. I leveled up the TV. Our fiancé was right there. He hold on to the bracket and do a thing like this, and it was sturdy.
What evidence do you have of that? None. And we know that what you did was shoddy because she called you back up because it was shoddy. She called you back up to tell you, look, it's tilting. What does that tell you? If that doesn't tell you that the butterflies are not in the studs, I don't know what can.
Your Honor, please, when I mount that TV, she wasn't
Why are you suing for double what the TV cost?
No, I'm suing him for suffering and pain,
No,
stress.
First of all, you're suing him for the TV. Give me the receipt for the TV. Is that here? Yeah, I got it. Then you're suing him for
I'm suing for what I paid him.
Yeah,
what I paid,
that
and
I
I'm
got
suing
too.
For my mount.
Okay, and then you're suing for the cost of the 2 brackets. But what's wrong with the
No, it's not with the 2 brackets. I'm not putting no TV on the wall no more. I that's it.
No, but you're suing for the cost of the 2 brackets.
No. It's not 2 brackets. No, it was 1. The first bracket had cost me $50.
Okay, you're suing for the cost of the bracket.
Right, of the bracket, right? Because then I had to turn around and put more money.
You returned that one, added $75, and bought a $125 bracket.
Right.
What's wrong with the bracket?
Right. I don't need the bracket now.
Well, I don't care that you don't need it. That's your decision. How was the bracket damaged?
Well, when it came off the wall.
I need to see a picture of a damaged bracket.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So the TV falls after 3 days. Is it possible that this is anything other than incompetence?
I don't think so. I think if he's a competent carpenter, he'd know how to do it properly.
Is there any scenario that would make him competent?
Possibly. If he installed it and it may have come loose, maybe there was an earthquake or someone could have been tampering with it while she was not home, there's a chance.
Okay, tampering while not home.
The only way that is true is if the laws of physics were reversed and gravity didn't work.
That's a smart comment. Going inside the courtroom.
Do you have a picture of the damaged bracket? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then pain and suffering. Explain that one to me.
Oh Jesus! Because when that happened, you know, and I like Mr. Miller, you know, he's a good super. But my whole thing is when I was telling him, I was like, well, Mr. Miller, you're gonna have to pay me for my TV, and he was like, I wasn't here when it fell. So I said, look, my TV is not going to wait for you to you come back and it's going to fall. I said, my TV fell. I said,
I'll be right back. Just hold on.
Yeah, and I said, okay, you know what, Mr. Miller? Let's just cut to the chase. I said, how are we going to do this? I said, how do you get paid? Once a week or bi-weekly? He said, I told you, Tracy, I'm not paying for your TV.
All right, but and then tell me about your pain and suffering.
Okay, like I said, I was sick as a dog. I kept going to the bathroom, puking, you know, because my nerves were shot, you know, and then when I went to the courthouse to file a complaint on them, you know, small claims court, they told me that it was going to be until February of 2014. I was really stressed out, you know, because I'm like, oh my God, you know, I don't have no TV. My hair came out behind this, being stressed.
Wait, would you brought me hair in a bag?
Yes. Stressed. Yes, stressed. No, you don't understand. Stressed. That was a brand new TV, fresh out the box. It was a gift to me, you know. And to let you know, I'm not married, Mr. Miller.
Okay.
And
in case you're interested. Okay. All right. Your hair fell out from stress.
Yes. Like when I comb it, yeah, it was just coming out, just coming out.
Okay. No, don't pull it here.
Okay.
But perhaps you need to deal with stress a little better.
No. Maybe I shouldn't let things get to me.
Right. I know it's upsetting.
Yeah, it was too much.
This isn't the kind of case where you get pain and suffering.
Okay.
Okay. But I am going to order him to pay you the cost of the TV and the cost of the brackets and return the money he charged you to put up the TV.
Thank you. Okay,
I don't know who you thought was going to eat this besides you when you're the one who put up the TV. You should just feel awful and have made payment arrangements or something. Rather than just telling you, I'm not paying for your TV. I put it up, it fell when I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like somehow it didn't fall because of the way it was mounted.
Excuse me, Your
Oh,
Honor.
I live for the moment. Tell me.
I did tell her whatever the TV costs, I would give them half of it.
Not half.
I did say
Oh,
that.
they didn't put it up. You did. You ruined her TV. For what it's worth, you also really upset her to the point where her hair fell out.
Exactly.
You should feel bad.
Yeah.
I rule in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $1,281.89. And by the way, is he supposed to be? I guess he can do odd jobs on the side for the tenants. Does the landlord allow that?
No, well, actually, I don't know. I doubt it because he did it on their time too, as well, Your Honor.
On what?
He did it on
their time.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, that's my judgment.
I did it on my time.
Thank you.
So it was the super's fault that TV fell off the wall. The judge rules that you didn't do a very good job of putting it up there. Step in a little closer.
Yes,
tell me, what's your reaction to this verdict here?
Well,
Turn around.
I have nothing to say, you know.
Well, you don't want to leave your reputation just out looking like this.
The thing about it, as I said, if I was there and working on the TV and it fell, I would surely be responsible for the TV. But after I leave, I don't know who.
Well, maybe it loosened. Maybe what do you think happened?
I have no idea, but it fell.
Yeah, maybe it just loosened up after maybe it loosened. It could be. That would be your fault.
Well, could be. It could be.
All right. Okay. Follow Officer McIntosh.
Okay.
Right down this way. All right. So come on in here. Tell me how you feeling about the outcome here?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Too bad I just didn't pay for my hair falling out, but other than I'm great.
What's your stress level right now?
It's back to normal now.
Right.
Because he's paying for my TV.
All right. That's good. That's good. No hair falling out now.
No hair falling out.
Why did you say in the courtroom that you're not married? You said at one point.
Yeah, because he kept saying her husband, her fiance, and I'm like, where's he going? I'm a single parent. Why he keep saying her husband, her fiance? Don't you think if it was a man in my house, he would have took it down when I asked him to take it down?
Yeah. Okay. Good luck with the.
Thank you.
With the TV. Harvey.
If you do something for free for somebody, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you did it for free or whether you charged. If you do it incompetently, you can be sued for the damage that the other person suffers. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Purina believes no one should have to make the impossible choice between their own safety and their pets. But nearly half of domestic abuse survivors delay leaving because they can't bring their pets with them. Through the Purple Leash Project, Purina is helping create more pet-friendly domestic violence shelters so survivors and their pets can escape and heal together. Visit Purina.com/purple to learn more.
I'm always looking for ways to show my cat how much I love her. And with Fancy Feast gems, I can pamper her whenever I want with a savory gravy on top of a gourmet mousse pâté. The pyramid shape makes serving simple, so all I have to do is peel and plate to make mealtime feel extra fancy. And with 2 entrees in every pack, it's easy to turn every day into the extraordinary. Fancy Feast gems.
These are the plaintiffs, David Hargraves and Natasha Samountree. David says he and his girlfriend agreed to sublet the defendant's apartment for a month and also look after her cat, Mr. Muffins. Well, Mr. Muffins got freaked out about strangers in the apartment and started urinating all over the floors. They did the best they could to contain the situation, but when they moved out, the defendant refused to return their security, so they're suing for the $1,000 they're owed. This is the defendant, Amy. She says the smell of urine smacked her in the face like a Mack truck when she returned to her small apartment after being abroad for the summer. The place hadn't been cleaned all summer. There was an empty vodka bottle and food left out. That's a perfect way to get a rat infestation. Bottom line, the plaintiffs destroyed her apartment, and she's keeping their security to pay for the cleanup. She's accused of not paying up.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff sublet the defendant's apartment and looked after the defendant's cat. The cat freaked out, peed all over the apartment, and now the woman refuses to return their security, which is crazy. Now, the defendant says the plaintiffs wreaked havoc on the place. It's the case of cats got your security deposit?
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Mr. Hargreaves and Ms. Samountree, you are suing the defendant. You've asked us to refer to you only as?
Amy.
Amy, all right. For a $1,000 security deposit that you believe that she has wrongfully withheld. You believe you are rightfully withholding it because according to you, they damaged the place. Tell me what's going on.
Good morning, Your Honour. So for the month of August, we sublet Amy's apartment in the Lower East Side. It was just for the 1 month. The deposit was $2,600. $1,600 was for the month's rent, $1,000 was for the security deposit. Part of the agreement was that we look after the cat, Mr. Muffins.
Mr. Muffins?
Mr. Muffins,
okay.
Yeah.
What kind of cat?
Ragdoll.
Okay.
Yeah. So we looked after Mr. Muffins, we fed Mr. Muffins, and we took care of his litter box.
Where are you from?
New Zealand.
Okay, could there be anything more delicious than hearing someone from New Zealand say Mr. Muffins repeatedly? I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to enjoy this. Okay, go ahead. So go on.
So my girlfriend Natasha and I, we were living there in the Lower East Side. Mr. Muffins, at first a little shy, a little hesitant, and then he sort of came out of his box a little bit and he was friendly. But however, Muffins kind of...
Mr.
Muffins. I sometimes call him Muffins, but Mr. Muffins, he sort of flipped out and he stopped using his litter box. And so he was urinating around the apartment.
Goodness, when did you first notice that?
So it sort of got progressively worse. Like I said, sort of from the start when we moved in, but it was, it was hard to tell because it was an indoor cat. There was a litter box inside. The place sort of smelled a bit of pee anyway.
When you first rented it, it smelled a little bit like that? Or you mean the litter box smell?
The litter box smell,
okay.
And then, we started noticing that he was into sort of the later end of the first week, and then it got progressively worse.
Okay, now just to be clear, the rental was based on not just renting it to them, but also cat sitting, because you were where?
On vacation.
On vacation, okay. Where'd you go? Somewhere great, Europe. You were gone. You were
gone.
Like the other side of the world. Okay, all right, so go ahead.
Yeah. So, and then it just sort of got worse. So he wasn't using his litter box. We only a couple of times actually caught him in the act of doing it.
Now, you worked full-time?
Yeah.
She worked full-time?
Both interning full-time.
Okay.
Working 7 days a week, really. So a lot of the time we weren't in the apartment. So we would come back, yes, we would smell the cat pee, but...
The unmistakable odor of cat urine.
Yeah, and it was strong,
Yeah.
And... he had already done the act, he had done the deed. When we saw that he was doing it, I cleaned it up. But of course, it's cat pee,
Right.
It's there to stay. So I emailed to tell her of this problem. She didn't email back.
And so then you guys move out on what day?
We move out the end, the 30th, I think it was. 30
okay.
days in August.
Let me see the email that you sent to her regarding
Sure.
the problem. All right, so Amy, when you return and you get to the apartment, it's what day?
September 2nd.
Okay.
September 1st at night. So
Okay.
September 2nd, late.
All right, and I presume that the first thing you smell is the unmistakable odor of cat urine.
Well, my building has double glass doors. So when I got through the second door and outside my door before opening the door to my apartment, I could smell something was wrong and my eyes started to sting. And when I opened the door to the apartment, my eyes were stinging. It smelled, it's August and it's the Lower East Side, Lower Manhattan. It's hot. There's no window open and it smells of cat pee. And I could just smell
I think Mr. Muffins has made a clear statement to everyone that you're not allowed to go to Europe for a month. Mr. Muffins likes his environment and he wants to keep his environment and he missed you terribly. But why is it their fault? You're keeping the security deposit because you ended up having to move from the place. It was so bad, right? Mm-hmm. And I presume you didn't get your security deposit back from your landlord.
Absolutely not.
All right. Were you allowed to sublet?
It's gray. It was a cat sitting.
It's not a cat sitting. You were getting money. Yeah, I don't know about that. But in any event, that's not my worry. Why is this their fault that you should be able to keep the $1,000? Why is it not just cat behavior when cats are upset?
Okay, so can the defendant withhold the security because her cat peed while the plaintiffs were watching?
I don't think so. I don't think it's legal.
Why? The plaintiffs were responsible, were watching the cat.
But it was the defendant's cat.
True statement.
But the plaintiffs accepted the responsibility.
That's true. So it sounds like you're changing your mind.
I'm changing my mind.
Okay. What do you think?
No, the cat was doing a natural thing.
So cats are just allowed to pee all over the damn apartment?
Until they're trained, yes.
Going inside the courtroom.
I go away every summer. Last summer I had a cat sitter and this wasn't a problem. I also go away in April and I go away in December and I have cat sitters and he doesn't pee everywhere.
Why didn't you just have those same cat sitters
And he
come?
wasn't, because different people have different things to do, and they're not always
Have you ever had
available.
the same cat sitter, or it's always been different people?
Different.
Okay, but it's an animal. It's a cat. So other than, hey, this has never happened before, you've had other cats, right? You know about cat behavior, or this is your first cat? All right. Other than that, do you have any evidence? What is your suggestion to me about why they should be held responsible? It's not like you thought they were going to be watching your cat 100% of the time, putting little cat diapers on your cat, taking any. They have jobs and they were leaving, and you knew that. So what is it that you feel they did wrong that would justify you keeping the deposit? I understand something went wrong. We're all clear something went wrong. Your cat was peeing all over the place. But why is that their fault? You have to point to the human behavior they did wrong that would justify you keeping their $1,000.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, a lot of the damage was inside the closet where I had stored boxes of my winter coats and clothes. And the closet had doors that you could close, but they let the cat go in the closet and urinate all over the floor without closing the door or putting something in front of it, blocking it off. I felt like that was really negligent. That would be an easy solution to not damage everything. I also noticed that the area rug, the large area rug, they hadn't attempted to wash it in a washing machine at a laundromat.
They
hadn't even tried. And that was the first thing that I did, was take it to the laundromat so that the cat didn't smell the odor again and want to go repeat the behavior and pee on it. And also, if you use Google, you can just find out that cats don't like citrus smells, so maybe try a citrus cleaner, which is what I did when I got home. And that
Did you answer their 824 email? Let me see the 824 email. I have it here. On August 24th, which is week 3, I guess, I hope all is well with Mr. Muffins. I miss him so much I can't even bear to think about how he's doing, or I would have inquired ages ago. If his litter box is too dirty and bothering you, you could get him a new one. I'll reimburse you. And
that was
some
my
other
response
issues.
Because he said that.
That was on the
he's
23rd.
Peeing outside the box.
That was before his email to you. That was before. That was at 8:33. He emails you at 9:53. Hi, old Muffins is okay. He does have some curious habits, though. The staring into the bath is unusual. What does he do? Like, Mr. Muffins stares at you when you're taking a bath?
Yeah, like I said, like Mr. Muffins, he's a friendly dude, and when you take a bath, he liked to watch.
Isn't there a curtain or something, or how is it? It's a glass door. What is it?
No, there's a shower curtain.
A shower curtain, and don't you have the shower? What does Mr. Muffins do? Take a paw and go like that. Like do you have a picture of Mr. Muffins?
There's one, I think, in the email there.
There's one.
Here, let me see that. You took a picture to send to her?
Yeah.
So she wouldn't worry? Oh. What is he peeing on there? One of those...
That was the rug inside my closet, which they could have closed the door to so he wouldn't pee all over my clothes.
Why didn't you close the door to the closet?
The door was closed. Muffins figured out a way to claw it
Is it
open.
a bifold door?
Track sliding.
Track sliding, yeah. So
and Muffins figured out a way to just go like that?
He figured out a way. He was adamant on going in there. I mean, we didn't actually know he was peeing in there. We had our own bags in there. One of the bags is that one there, and I've got some photo evidence of...
you brought that back so that I would smell it?
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Yeah.
Go ahead, go on.
Okay, well, I've got photo evidence as well. So we kept our bags in that closet. If we knew Mr. Muffins was going in there and to urinate, we wouldn't have left our bags in there,
Right.
And we didn't know until the end. Of course, the whole apartment smelled of pee.
So it's hard to track unless you're going to stick your nose on the ground every time.
And even to see it, it crystallizes on the ground. It's hard to even know when he's done the dirty deed.
How's Mr. Muffins doing now?
He's doing really well. He hasn't peed on the floors once.
Okay, so when you moved the cat to a new environment, the elimination problem stopped? Because he's gone from all the spots that...
Well, he stopped in the Lower East Side after I scrubbed the floor for about 6 days straight with orange cleaner and put fans on it and aired it out. But they hadn't washed the area rug and they let it soak into the floorboards. So he stopped peeing in
How do you know
Manhattan,
when it soaked into the floorboards? If a cat pees on a rug at 8 in the morning, by the time I come home at 6 or 7, it's soaked into the floorboards. So how do you know? I just don't see it. You're not going to be able to do that. You can't keep that deposit because your cat had normal cat behavior that could have happened any of the times that you left town, but you got lucky and it didn't. That's not enough evidence to suggest that they did something wrong. I'm going to order you to return the $1,000 verdict for the plaintiffs.
Both sides hold on. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So the defendant unable to win this case and comes out on the losing end there. What's your feeling on this outcome here?
I think it's totally unfair. I think they were totally negligent, and they should have at least tried to wash the rugs in the laundry machine and not just left the pee there to soak in and ruin my apartment.
Yeah. Maybe you should have given them better instructions on how to do this, or
Use a laundry machine? I would think they would know how to do
take
that.
care of a cat.
They said they knew how.
They did?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How's Muffins doing that, Mr. Muffins?
Mr. Muffins, he's doing really
good
well.
now? All right, give Mr. Muffins our best. You just head right down there, okay? All right, so come on in here. You okay with this outcome here?
Yeah, really pleased.
What do you make of this lawsuit?
Well, it's been dragging on for a while. I'm glad to now wipe my hands of the situation and to get our money back, and on principle.
Yeah, do you feel like she tried to blame you for,
Totally.
you know?
And, you know,
you did your best
no one's, like, if anyone's, it's Muffins, you know, like, but poor Muffins, Mr. Muffins, you know, he's a victim, but he's the perp, you know, like he's, it is what it is.
Do you miss Mr. Muffins?
Sure, I miss Mr. Muffins. You know.
Harvey?
The key here is the defendant has to show fault on the part of the plaintiffs, and there is no fault. The instructions that somebody gives plaintiffs in this case would be critical. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Nature's Bounty. Nature's Bounty believes your body is brilliant, naturally designed to thrive, inside and out. For those always looking for new ways to support your health from head to heels, Nature's Bounty has a range of over 400 vitamins and supplements born from 50 years of trust and care. Nature's Bounty. It's in your nature. Visit naturesbounty.com to learn more.
This is the plaintiff, Devon Johnson. He says he agreed to buy a car from the defendant, but the guy changed the deal behind his back and ended up charging him $2,500 more than the agreed-upon price. The defendant's dealership advertises there are no games and no gimmicks on their website. What a lie! He's suing for $5,000 for all he's now out. This is the defendant, Michael. He says the plaintiff has bad credit, so they secured a loan for him, which ended up having a high interest rate and fees associated with it. He explained everything to the plaintiff, and after a few months, the guy comes back complaining he got a bad deal. He's sorry if the plaintiff has buyer's remorse, but that's not his problem. He's accused of steering a customer wrong.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff agreed to buy a car from the defendant. The defendant changed the deal, and it cost a fortune more. But the defendant says the problem is the plaintiff's credit, and that's why he upped the price. It's the case of you give me no credit.
Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you,
You're
Douglas.
welcome,
All right, Devin Johnson, you are suing the auto dealer in question. You've asked not to mention the company by name, represented here by Michael. You've asked us not to mention your last name. And you have power of attorney by the owner to represent?
Yes.
Okay. So you're suing the dealership for $5,000 that you say they owe you in pain and suffering and overcharges that you feel they should pay you back. Tell me about what happened.
Yeah, so on the 28th of March, I was looking for some cars to buy, you know, because I got out of identity theft. And I lost my license since 2005, and I'm just recently getting it back. So I was skeptical about who I deal business with.
Did you have a license suspension?
Yes.
You have a license suspension for tickets that were unpaid?
Yeah, well, it was for, like, driving heavy music. It was somebody I registered the car for. They started using my license when he was getting pulled over, and until the license got suspended, and then he eventually got
You don't
caught.
have a license?
I have a license now.
You didn't have a license when you were buying the car?
I had a permit at the time.
Okay, so you weren't really supposed to be buying a car?
Probably not, no.
Okay, go on.
So, you know, I looked over a couple websites. I seen this website. It said no games, no gimmicks on the website. You know, so I called them up and I said, listen, is this the price of the car? You know, he was like, yes, you come down, check it out. We don't really play any games here. The price is as is. You could come down and look at it. So then when I went down, I seen the car. And I was like, yeah, I kind of like it. So, you know, we went over there. It was kind of late because it was after work. You know, I get off work at 5, so I went straight there after work, and I kind of like rushed it, you know, to get there because it's like a couple miles out from where I live. And so when I went there, you know, the guy seemed pretty fair. So, you know, I was like, all right, I want it.
Okay.
So I went out, took some money out the bank, and he informed me that it was going to be a lot more money for my insurance because I came with like $1,100 because I had a permit. So if I only had a permit, it was going to cost $1,100 for my insurance.
You were fine with that?
Yeah, because like I was kind of anxious to jump in the car after all of this time for not really driving. You know, I haven't been on the road since 2005. You know.
And why could you just go to court and prove it wasn't you?
Because it was I was collecting a lot of evidence also as well, and then I found out I had a Class B misdemeanor, so it was huge.
According to you guys, he has terrible credit.
Yes.
Okay. And because of his terrible credit, he had to pay a lot of money in finance charges in order to borrow from you in order to pay for this car, in order to finance the car.
Correct.
All right. Do either one of you have a copy of the contract for the sale of the car?
Yes.
Okay. May I see both of your copies? And so why are you here?
Because he overcharged me $2,500 for the car. The car was supposed to be sold to me at $7,000, and he put $9,500 on the actual contract.
Did you sign the contract?
Yes, but that's after I did further investigation because...
Wait, how about you just open your eyeballs? The contract says $9,000, the difference is the financing.
Yeah, but he pointed to a couple places on the contract where I thought it was the actual price of the car.
He needs to explain it to you. It's in plain English on a one-page contract. It's not tiny print, it's not cagey, it's...
Well, they're very deceiving.
That could be.
They've been doing this for a long time, you know. So when he's pointing
writing contracts that say purchase price and balance remaining.
When he's pointing to stuff and when he's going through his stuff, it's very deceiving. We only had like we was half an hour past the time of the place closing.
Then don't buy. I have an idea. Why don't you just wait until you get your license before you buy a car? Well, or don't buy it that night. Yeah. Or don't go on an empty stomach. Mm-hmm. Or don't be in a rush. Or open your eyeballs and read. Mm-hmm. I'm not, like, I'm kind of not following you.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
but he...
All right, so now you, but he what? What did he do wrong?
But he definitely did a couple other things also that made me even go look at that contract. You know, like, I gave him $1,100 for my insurance. The company only charged him $830 for the insurance. So he pocketed the rest. So what do you
he pocketed the rest?
Yes.
Did you guys pocket the rest over $830?
I actually took it, that's my fee for getting the insurance.
A fee? Well, don't be preposterous. Why would you guys charge a fee?
Well, I'm in business to make money.
You're in business? Go on.
So do used car dealers get a bad rap, or are they really dishonest by nature?
Dishonest by nature.
Why do you say that?
Because they're slime buckets. Because they're used car salesmen. There's a reason that they've coined that term. I think it's pretty much true.
Are you guys buying that? You buying that?
I agree. It's just part of their nature.
Well, it's like you know, alligators bite.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Got your point. Going inside the courtroom.
Sweetheart, seriously, wait. Why are you suing them? Because you just found out that people charge for their services?
No, he didn't. He didn't tell me he charged for the services.
Oh no, you thought that he was doing it out of the milk of human kindness because everybody owes you? What?
And then he did it again. I paid.
He charged another fee?
No, I paid him $600, and he didn't say it was a fee involved with that. He said it was gonna be $600. You know, and then I found out later on from the insurance company that they only charged them $215.
Yeah, here's the problem with being in your position. Mm-hmm. You've got a permit. You need insurance. And you've got crappy credit. And you're full of excuses as to why. And if it's true that someone stole your identity, I am really sorry for your misfortune. The other alternative is that you just have crappy credit. And so, no.
Okay.
Okay. And so what happens is, it costs you a lot more to borrow money than it costs me. You understand? There's a difference, okay? Mm-hmm. So, and that's a misfortune that you have. But most people in your position get it. And they understand that if they want to buy a car and they're financing it, they're going to pay a fee. And if they want to buy insurance through them, you know, you get a quote, you think it's too high, don't pay it. You willingly agreed to pay that amount. Now, there is one thing I'm concerned about, and I want some answers from you. Something about a refund.
Oh, a refund. Actually,
there was a refund that came back on insurance money.
Why though?
Geico sent a refund to the company card that we had.
To the what?
To our company card that we purchased the insurance on for him. So since the refund came back to us and we were unaware of it because we have plenty of transactions going on, what I told him is, out of my pocket, I'm going to pay for your next insurance policy.
Out of your pocket or out of the company?
Out of my own pocket, because I made the error. Out of my own pocket, I said,
what is the error that you made?
We didn't see the transaction. He said there was $173 missing. His new
That's the refund?
Yeah, that's the refund.
Yeah, but why does that come out of your pocket, not the company?
I'm kind of like the insurance agent. I'm the F&I manager at the dealership. So I made the mistake. I own up for the mistake. I took it out of my own pocket.
Oh, because you're the guy who's supposed to catch the refund.
Yes,
is what
absolutely.
You're saying.
So I didn't catch it. So I said, you know what? Now you have your New York license. You can get your New York insurance. When the New York insurance, you're ready to get the policy, I'm going to pay for your policy to start.
For what? For a month?
To start it, for a month. I'll pay for it for the first month. So I paid for it for the first month, and then he called me up 2 weeks later saying that his policy got canceled. Did I cancel it? Absolutely not. I just purchased the policy out of my own pocket. So he called me up threatening me.
Wait, but somebody canceled it.
I didn't cancel it.
How did it get canceled?
I don't know.
I mean, haven't you called them to find out why it was canceled?
No, I'm not.
Was it canceled for non-payment?
No, it was canceled because he called and canceled it.
Okay, why did he call and cancel
Because he found out I was taking him to court.
Oh. How much was the refund?
$173.
Is that accurate?
$173.83 was the refund.
Can you prove to me, your answer to that is, but Judge, I bought him a month of insurance. That's the part now I need you to prove.
I did buy him a month of insurance.
No, without your flapping gums,
okay.
I need you to prove it with paperwork.
No, I cannot prove it.
Okay, and then the next question that I have for you is, are you the one who canceled the policy?
No, I am not.
Okay. Why would he cancel a policy?
I don't know.
It sounds to me like you canceled it when you got the lawsuit.
No, I had actually had the lawsuit before his insurance policy got canceled.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
that you canceled it because you received the lawsuit. I'm going to order you to return the $173.83 refund because that's what I think happened on the last leg. On everything else, you need to put your big boy pants on. And when you buy a car with a one-page contract in plenty big font that is very clear and has nothing hidden, you need to read what you are signing instead of buying the shiny car because it's pretty. Okay? And people eat. He has grown accustomed to eating. So he needs to charge a fee if he's going to give you a service. When you work, you expect to get paid. When they work, they expect to get paid. Okay? That's my verdict.
Hold on, guys. Let's see what the plaintiff has to say about suing for $5,000 and coming out with what you got out of there, a paltry amount compared to that.
Which is nothing. I just would say, just make sure.
Why don't you know what you're signing in a contract?
Well, no, he pointed to different places on the contract, so, he deceived
You think you got taken advantage of because you were a little bit naive?
Oh, I definitely got taken advantage of, but, it's not over.
Because you were a little bit naive? What you were signing and what you were getting into?
Yeah, I mean, I was naive. I was as naive as he was deceiving.
All right. You head right down this way. Read what you sign around the corner there. All right, step in here. What are you smiling about?
I'm just smiling because, he took us to court, obviously for something that he had remorse over.
Is refund a dirty word in your business?
No, not really. I'll refund it if it's justified.
The big guy has to eat, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's got to eat.
Harvey?
By the way, used car dealers are generally licensed, which means go to the licensing agency if you have a beef.